Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go over how you can make your first 10k in a month from the trading industry. In the video I'm going to talk about how you can actually make a lot of money from leveraging prop firms, leveraging your own capital, and also investing into other businesses outside of trading that kind of make it a lot easier for yourself in your trading journey, because a lot of people, they rely on one source of income. They want to just be a trader and only have trading as their main source of income. And I've talked about this previously, but realistically, if you want to make a lot of money from trading, this isn't really the best way to go about it. And I do feel like multiple sources of income is always better, but we'll go into that later in the video. The first point is you need to grow your capital. It's no good trying to reach the hundreds of thousands, millions of pounds of capital to trade with if you're starting with a £50 account. A lot of people that are watching this video want to trade full time, so they will have to have an account that is big enough that they can make a decent amount of profit percentage-wise each month, but it does cover all their expenses, which is obviously very hard to do for the majority of people. And a few ways which you can actually do this, and the first one people don't really like to do, and it's kind of frowned upon in the industry, and this is simply to get a job. And the main reason people don't want to do this is basically because of social media. Everyone preaches, don't go into the rat race, don't work a 9 to 5, you shouldn't be working a job, you should be focusing on growing towards your dreams, everything like this. But I do feel like for the majority of people, working a part-time job or working a full-time job whilst actually making the money to fund your trading accounts is simply the best way to go about it. You have guaranteed income and it's consistent. With trading, if you're starting out, it's not going to be consistent at all, and with trading, as you guys know, it is never guaranteed. One month you can make 10k, the next month you can make 5k, or even lose 5k. That's just how trading works. So having that consistent income alongside your trading account will definitely help you psychologically, financially, and I feel like your trading performance will increase as a result of this. What you're actually going to do with this money is obviously firstly pay off all your expenses. So house bills, water, food, electricity, everything like this. Pay that off first, because obviously you need that to live. But after this is when you can reinvest your profits or your earnings. What I would do is consistently deposit into a trading account. If you're a losing trader, don't keep depositing, because the losses are just going to get bigger and bigger, and you don't want to keep losing more and more if you're not actually going to make money from the money that you've invested in the first place. And as the account size increases, your deposits maybe will increase with this because you're earning a lot more money. You'll get to the point where the income from your trading account gets so big that it will replace your part-time job or your full-time job anyway. Obviously, this is called the compound effect. People say it's probably the best way to actually build wealth. You guys have seen it with Warren Buffett. Started with a 10k investment, compounded that up, and now he's worth $50-60 billion. So very, very good way to actually make money. Obviously, trading is a bit different because as investing in index funds, stocks and everything is actually passive income, whereas trading is fully active, and we'll go over that later in the video, but you need to kind of get away from this if you want to build huge levels of wealth, I personally think. And moving on to the second way to grow your capital is by simply compounding your account. So by using the previous step of actually working a job or having another side hustle outside of trading, using this money to deposit into the trading account then allows you to use the money to compound your account. The best way to compound your account is, let's say it's a 10k deposit and you're trading profitably, you get up to 12k, 13k, 14k, then you start to increase your risk. So instead of still risking 1% of the 10k, you then increase it to 1% of 14k, 15k, 20k as the account size increases, and as a result, the wins will be a lot bigger. Granted, the losses will be bigger, but overall, if you're profitable, this doesn't matter because the wins slowly increase with the account size. And the third way to actually increase your account size is by utilizing prop firms and the payouts from them. If you guys follow the channel, you guys will know I love prop firms and I love trading with them because the ROI of trading a prop firm in comparison to a personal account is absolutely incredible. Very, very small startup fee for a very, very large return if you do trade them as you should trade them. With the profits, you get payouts bi-weekly, monthly, depending on the firm, and you're just going to use these profits to put them into a personal account, consistently depositing, and obviously the account will grow with this. As some prop firm payouts can be very, very large, you don't want to suddenly deposit 50k into a 10k account and suddenly start trading with 60k, because this can overwhelm you. By seeing the big difference, a 50k change from trading 10k, where your wins would maybe be a few £100 or £1,000 at best, to then trading where each loss would be 500, 1,000, 2,000. You kind of need to slowly build it up So you're not just being thrown in the deep end. You want a nice gradual slope with your account size. So step 2, this is to focus on consistent growth. You'll see so many people on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, they focus on getting massive days or massive months. But you need to be focused on consistency. Just like I was saying about working a job, you get consistent income. You know exactly how much is going to come into your account at the end of every single month. You want to replace your job with trading? This is what you're going to want to focus on. Consistent growth. I'd be more impressed with someone that can make 3 to 5% a month consistently, or even 2% a month consistently over a year, 2 years, than someone that can make 30% one month and then lose 20% the next month. Because it's not really consistent. Whereas if they're making 2% this month, 4%, 1%, 3%, much more impressive to me because it shows that they can manage their risk properly. They're able to make profit and then call it a month. This is something that a lot of traders can't do, but I feel like it's why a lot of traders don't actually make money in the long run. You need to be able to focus on making, even if it's a couple percent. People aren't happy with 2% in a month now, but if you do the maths, 2.1% a month for a year on a 400k funded account, you're making over 6 figures in a year from trading. Very, very nice. So make sure you focus on the consistency aspect of trading rather than one massive month or one massive week, then the rest of your trading is pretty much mediocre for the rest of the year. Not really something you should be aiming for. So step number 3, and this is reinvesting your profits. You know, you're going to make profits from trading if you stick at it for long enough, whether it be a year, 2 years, 3 years. A lot of people compare themselves to other people's journeys, and this obviously isn't the best way to go about things because you don't know how much time they've actually dedicated to trading. You don't know how much money they've put into trading. You don't know this, so using your money in trading to reinvest is the perfect thing to do. This could be back into your Forex account like we mentioned previously with the compounding effect, but also I personally like to reinvest outside of trading. Whether this be into watches, obviously we have a nice Rolex on here right now. I have multiple Rolexes, and the main reason I buy these is because they actually make me profit. I go into a dealership, I walk out the dealership, I've made 3, 4, 5,000 pounds on a single watch purchase. And if I hold that watch, maybe in the future, it'll be worth 10k more than what I actually paid for it. So whether it be watches, index funds, you know, the S&P 500 or the FTSE, things like this, or maybe just stocks or businesses outside of trading. This is what you want to focus on with your trading profits once you have reached a certain level. I'm not speaking about if you just made your first 1k or 10k from trading. This is if you're making consistent profit, consistently making 10k a month from trading at this point. So you've used the compounding, you've used the prop firms to actually grow your account, and now you're at the stage where you want to use these profits to invest outside of trading. Personally, I would invest in an index fund, set up a monthly direct debit. So every single month, money's going out of your account into a select index fund, because just based on previous data, these index funds don't lose money. In the long run, I think the S&P has averaged 9% a year for the last 50 years or something like that. So I'd say it's a pretty safe bet. And this is something that I'll always be investing in. Even if it's 20, 30, 40k a year, always pumping money into that. If it's the highs, the lows, it doesn't really matter. It's on a direct debit to invest for me. So step number 4, this is to use trade copiers. One of my most popular videos on the channel is actually talking about how to utilize trade copiers. I personally use one called Social Trader Tools. It's pretty much the first one I found, and I was using it for quite a while. I was pretty impressed. So I did a video on it, and then, I still used it to this day. People love the video because I explained exactly how to use it and how you can adjust the risk parameters. You can use symbol maps. You can pretty much set up rules for each account, each slave account that is actually being controlled by each master account. With trading, if you're trading with multiple prop firms, multiple personal accounts, entering the same trades on these different accounts to make the same profit is going to be very, very difficult. Maybe one account you want to risk 2%, one account you want to risk 0.5%, but you want to enter the same trades. Easiest way to do this, put it on a trade copier. You can have one account risking 1%, one account risking 2%, one account risking 0.5%. This is all okay, and it can all be done with a trade copier. I'm not sponsored by Social Trader Tools, but I do feel like it is the easiest to use for myself personally, and it's one that I'll always stick with, and I'm pretty sure you can have unlimited accounts as well. It sounds like an ad, but it's not. The main reason I actually use these copiers is it allows me to, let's say I have $1 million in funding, but that is split up into 5 different 200k accounts. I can take the same trades on every single account. So essentially, I'm trading with £1 million in the account as one account, but you're actually only trading one account as the master, and all the rest are just individual slave accounts following what actions you do on the one master account. Main reason this is easy to actually grow your capital and grow your income is because if you're just trading one 200k account, you made 10k profit, it's all good. But now you're trading 5, you then made 50k profit. The losses are there too, and you could technically blow 5 accounts instead of 1 account, but I assume that if you get to that stage where you can pass 5 different funded accounts at that sort of level, then you are good enough to actually trade these without having to go into 10k drawdown or 10% drawdown and actually blow the accounts. You should be good enough at that stage. And step number 5, once you've actually utilized all 4 steps previously in the video, this is when you invest outside of trading, and specifically into other businesses. We talked about investing into assets such as watches, index funds, stocks, crypto, all that sort of stuff. Very, very good. But I feel like the big money is actually in businesses outside of trading that aren't in the trading niche. Main reason for this is they don't require active income for as long as trading does. Let's say you're developing a trading software, for example. The only time and money it's going to take, which is going to be a lot in comparison to trading, is when you start the company. You're going to have to build the websites, you're going to have to deal with all the customer support, the marketing, and actually getting the product on the market. Whereas in the future, a year down the line, you're not going to have to be sat there 4 hours a day making a website, because the website's already made. Obviously, you're going to have to manage it and manage all your employees and everything, but it is a lot easier than trading. Because in trading, you can't just employ someone to trade for you, because if it's that easy, I would just employ someone and I'd never have to trade a day for the rest of my life. So trading is always active, so you're going to want to invest into businesses which in the future you can either sell for a lot of money or that generate passive income for you. Whether this be a software company, an agency, or even a YouTube channel like this one, which makes money when you sleep. I upload this video now, I can technically make money every single night for the rest of my life. If I didn't upload YouTube for a month, I'd probably still make a couple grand a month just on ad revenue from videos I've made 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, just because I made the videos in the past and now they're still making money in the future. So if you are setting up businesses, ensure it's something, 1, that you're interested in, and 2, that it's going to generate income without you having to actively put in all these hours every single day like you would with trading. Because then you can still do your trading whilst these businesses are generating income that either allows you to invest back into your trading accounts or that allows you to not have to work at all in the future. If you guys did enjoy this video and maybe you learned something, a thing or two about how to make your first 10k a month from trading, then be sure to like the video and I'll catch you guys in the next one.